everybody, welcome to the last in our second series of Bateria Q&As, bringing you the best of the best percussionists from the karaoke samba scene and from the further afield in Brazil, as well as last week we had the excellent Mario Pam. This week it's a sad but happy occasion. We should be the start of our annual Bossas Tour that myself, Gabriel Lopes and Mestre Maurão do. We tour around the UK, around Europe, teaching the best of the best Bateria breaks from the most recent carnival. So it's not happening, but it should start today. So instead of we're celebrating not doing the tour by doing the tour, but online for one night, whilst also postponing the tour to March. Okay. That'll be in the quiz questions at the end there for you to repeat that back, so make sure you got all that. So you're all welcome. Big up to Gabriel Lopes, who's helping us here again tonight doing translating, and he's also going to be teaching. So tonight it's going to be myself, Gabriel and Mestre Maurão here. Mestre Maurão, dá joinha pra gente. Dá hello, Mestre Maurão. Tell that guy to park his motorbike as well if you can. These sessions are brought to you by JP Percussion and Samba Beats. They're free, but you can donate to us over on my website. The link will be here on Zoom and over on the Facebook Live. If you have a minute there, please share our Facebook Live out to your wider community to get more people involved. Please keep yourself muted during the session. There will be some Q&A later on, so if you have some questions, stick them in the chat here, or if you're over on Facebook, please put the questions into the comments and I'll ask them here for you. Okay, hope you enjoy it. I'm going to hand over to Gabriel, who's going to do a little introduction, and then we're going to go for it. Hope you guys enjoy it. Gabriel.
Hello guys, nice to have you again with us here. So guys, really happy with this series, with really good moments with Mario Pan, thanks to Simeon, who makes the connection between us and him, with Susano and Mestre Wesley. Really, for me, it was as good as for any one of you, I learned a lot with these guys. Today, we have here Mestre Maurão. Mestre Maurão is a really well-known mestre here in Rio, and he spent 10 years parading on the samba drum. The first part with Rocinha, after that Cubango, and the last 2 years with Viradouro. In these 10 years, Maurão got the highest grade in 6 of these 10 years. And here in our carnival competition, always the lowest grade is discarded. So Maurão just lost 10th for his samba school once in his second year. All the other 9 years he got or the highest grade, or he lost points in the grade that were discarded. So this is a really big achievement. He has a really good way of teaching the new ritmistas, the new percussionists that plays in the Bateria. And he and his team, he has a team that are very good and well-known guys from Rio. Jones Turan, o Mestre Lolo. Quem mais, Maurão, que está no teu time, bem conhecido, velho?
Júnior, que é o mestre de bateria da...
Junior, that is the mestre de bateria of Rocinha nowadays, is of his team too, and they have a really unique way of doing bossas. They do small bossas too, but they do some big bossas, with 30 bars, something like that, but really fits well into the melody. And that's why I had the idea to make his book that I made, As Bossas do Mestre Maurão, because I didn't want that to be forgot with the time. So for me, it's really happy to have him here. He's a good friend of mine, but I am a big fan of his work in the samba scene of Rio de Janeiro. Maurão,
Oi.
quiser falar alguma coisa aí guys, just to tell you that the bossa that we were going to teach you today is the bossa that he made for the parade of 2018 when Viradouro was champion of the second division. After that, he was second place in the first division, and this year he's the champion. It's the champion nowadays, okay? So Mauro is going to talk with you about something, and he's going to teach you the three surdos of the bossa, ok? Mauro, falar alguma coisa aí, se apresenta, fala aí das coisas e vamos que vamos. Aí pode começar, tá?
Tá. Fala, galera. Tudo bem? Aqui quem está falando... Aqui quem está falando é o Mestre Maurão. Estou muito feliz de estar aqui, né? Podendo passar um pouco do meu conhecimento para vocês, né? E falar que estou feliz. Eu gosto... A galera que me conhece sabe que eu gosto muito de falar, eu gosto muito de trabalhar, né? Então, vamos passar um pouco aí da minha experiência para vocês.
Tá, Maurão, só vou falar isso, eu vou traduzir, mas fala para a galera qual a instrumentação que você usa, com caixa embaixo, caixa em cima, os três surdos. Fala um pouco da tua afinação também, pode ser?
Tá.
So, guys, Maurão is thanking you all to be here. He's really glad to be here. And now he will talk about the instrumentation that he uses for his bateria and the tuning of the surdos.
Então, galera, nas escolas que eu passei, né, Rocinha, Cubango e Viradouro, né, eu sempre trabalhei com surdos de primeira, 26 polegadas, né? Eu botava 10 primeiras, surdo de segunda, de 24 polegadas. Eu trabalhava com 10 também e sempre trabalhei com a terceira de 18 polegadas, com 12 terceiras. Trabalhava com 100 caixas, né? Nessas 100 caixas, eu trabalhava com 70 de caixa em cima, de 12 polegadas, entendeu? E trabalhava com 30 de caixa embaixo, de 14, mas com aquele corpo mais alto, com corpo de 12, né? E trabalhava com 36 tamborins, 24 chocalhos e 36 cuícas. Essa era a bateria. E um chequerê na frente. Minha bateria era formada assim. Ah, esqueci do repique. Geralmente eu trabalhava com 30 repiques. De 24 a 30 repiques. Era o que eu trabalhava.
Isso muda, né, de ano para ano, mas essa é a base, né, amor?
Essa é a base. Essa é a base porque eu sempre gostei de trabalhar com uma bateria grande para o meu grupo, né? Que é, no caso, o grupo de acesso, né? Então, geralmente, a bateria de grupo de acesso tem escola que desfila com 180 componentes, 200 componentes. Eu sempre trabalhei com 240 a 260 componentes no grupo de acesso.
Tá, deixa eu traduzir então para a galera. So, guys, Maurão said that he uses surdo de primeira 26 inches, the size of this one, with 10 players playing surdo de primeira, 10 players playing surdo de segunda, the surdo de segunda with 24 inches, and 14 players playing the surdo de terceira that had 18 inches. He had 30 repiques, 100 caixas. From these 100 caixas, 30 was 14 inches played on bottom, and 70 was 12 inches played on top, caixa em cima, that we call in Portuguese. 24 chocalhos, 36 tamborins, and 36 cuícas. It changes from year to another year, but this is the base this basic structure that he used. He told us at the end that he liked to go. He used to parade in the second division, and he would like to go with a bateria that is bigger than the other one. So he used to parade with 240, 260 players. Ok? Bom, Mauro, acho que pode ir já pro Se quiser falar alguma coisa, fica à vontade, irmão. Fica aí.
Não, beleza. Alguém quer saber alguma coisa? Quer fazer alguma pergunta?
As perguntas vão pro final. Tá no final
Tá,
vai ter
então
essa parte.
vamos passar o arranjo, então?
Vamos lá, vamos lá.
Okay, so
Fala,
pode falar, Gabriel.
No, he's going to teach us the three surdos, the arrangement for the bossa, of the three surdos.
Ok, então vamos mostrar o vídeo antes, tá?
Tá.
Ô Maurão,
Oi?
muta aí, eu vou mostrar aqui o vídeo da bossa, da bateria tocando a bossa, tá? Okay, guys, so I'm just gonna show you a video of Maurão directing the bateria with the group, with Viradouro playing the bossa, yeah? Let's see, is this the right page here? Here, yeah? Okay, so that's the bossa. Let's hear it one more time. Sorry, just go back a little bit more. This video is courtesy of a YouTube page called Apotheosi, and it's just tons and tons of bateria rehearsals and shows and everything. You should definitely subscribe to their page on YouTube if you get a sec. Okay, let's have one more listen to the boss, and then I'll hand you back to Mestre Maurão. All right, here we go. Clipped at the beginning. Here we go. Então, Mestre Maurão. Então, Maurão, pode ir. So, hand you back over to Mestre Maurão.
Então, vou passar agora o surdo de primeira. Tá? Vou passar o surdo de primeira. É muito simples, né? Super tranquilo. Ok?
O
He's
Gabriel.
gonna teach us the surdo de primeira, said that it's really easy.
Vamos lá?
Pode ir, Maurão.
Vou fazer bem lento para vocês, tá? Dá para ver o surdo legal aí? Dá para ver o surdo? Tá dando para ver o surdo? Vou passar bem lento para vocês aqui, tá? 1, 2, 3, 4. Esse é o primeiro pedaço da bossa, tá? A gente vai emendando, vou fazer pedacinho, para depois a gente emendar todo, ok?
Maurão,
Oi.
tá me ouvindo? Primeiro compasso começa com break, tá?
Do black?
É. JP,
Beleza.
Solta a partitura aí, para eles verem.
Okay,
Sim, ó.
Pode ir, Maurão. Pode ir, Maurão.
Tá. A gente tá vindo tocando, tá? Tô fazendo bem lento. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Ok? Fácil. Surdo 1, fácil.
Espera aí, então, Maurão, vou botar aqui a partitura, tá? So, guys, I'm gonna share the notes here, so hopefully you can see that on your screen there, yeah?
Vamos fazer de novo? Surdo 1.
This is what Mestre Maurão is playing, okay? Okay, off you go. Pode ir, Maurão.
Vou fazer o break e vamos entrar na bossa. Surdo 1, ok? Tá? 1, 2, 3, 4, paga de catar. Fácil? Tudo bem? Vamos fazer o surdo 2. Agora? Ou quer que eu repita de novo o surdo 1?
Faz um de novo, mano.
Mais um? Surdo 1. Vamos lá de novo.
Okay, one more time. Coming up.
1, 2, 3, 4. Paga da cada. Pá, pá. Pá, pá. Beleza? Vamos pro surdo 2. Alguma pergunta? Alguma coisa?
Let's see if you have any.
Anybody has some doubts about it? Want him to do it again, or it's okay for him to go to the surdo de segunda?
Gabriel, fala mais um pouco. Gabriel, fala mais perto do microfone, que está muito baixo. Seu áudio.
Não, tá, pode ir pro segunda, Maurão.
Segunda? Segunda? Ok. Vamos lá?
Okay,
Segunda vamos fazer no break, tá?
Peraí, vou partitura aqui, peraí.
1, 2, 3, 4. Paga da cada. Paga da cada. Pim. De novo do break, ok?
Surdo 2.
Vou fazer de novo, break. Vamos lá de novo.
Vai, Maurão.
Ok? De novo. Vamos pedacinho, pedacinho. Ok? Pedacinho, pedacinho. Tá? Paga da cada. Paga da cada. Beleza? De novo? Vamos de novo? Vamos lá? Paga da cada. Ok? Vamos para o surdo 3?
Okay.
Beleza.
If you've got any doubts, guys.
Vamos para o surdo 3?
Peraí, Maurão. Peraí, Maurão. Por favor. Gabriel. Pode ir. Tranquilo?
Surdo 3?
Ok, então, me espera um pouquinho. So, guys, if you got any questions as we're going along, let us know in the chat box. This is a bossa that's inside the book that Gabriel has written called As Bossas do Mestre Maurão. So there's a book with this. This is one of the shorter ones in it. It's packed full of all of the bosses, a lot of the big bosses that Maurão has done throughout his career. So you can grab the notes in there, no problem. Let's go with this surdo de terceira part. I'm trying to follow along here with the cursor on the screen as well, so hopefully that's helping you guys. Okay. Pode ir.
Vamos lá. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, oh, sorry. Sorry. Hey. Oi?
Maurão.
Oi.
Lembra de fazer como tá escrito, irmão, tá? Lembra disso.
Sorry. Desculpa. Oi?
Lembra de fazer como tá escrito, irmão.
Fazer o quê?
Como tá escrito.
Ah, só tirar ela? Tirar as marcações? É isso? Desculpa.
Não.
É isso?
Vai. Pode ir, Maurão, pode ir.
Lá.
Ok.
Mais uma vez. Vamos mais uma vez. Tá? 1, 2, 3, 4. Vai, cadê? Ok? 1, 2, 3. Isso.
Yeah, I think that's all the parts with the surdo. There's only I don't know if anybody noticed here in bar 8, Mestre Maurão is adding 2 more syncopated notes off the beat for gung gung. Yeah, there's 2 more notes he's putting in there. You find that these bosses change, especially with the guys that write them. They're suddenly like, well, I'll stick in a note here, I'll change this one here. You find these things can happen, you know. Even right up to the day before Carnival, you find little changes can happen. Although it's a pretty dangerous move to try and change a bossa right before Carnival, but it can happen, yeah. So maybe we should have another listen to the Bateria playing the bossa, just for a bit of context, and see if that's helped you guys, yeah. Let's try that. Where's the yeah, this one. Let's go here. Here we go. All right. Então pode ir, Gabriel.
Caixa and repique now, or we're gonna go to the tamborim and chocalho?
Let's try the tambourine and chocalho now if we could.
Okay.
So if you've got any questions, please stick them in the chat here. She is asking, it would be great if the Sudo parts could be sung together to feel them as a whole. Could Maurão maybe vocalize all the Sudo parts?
Maybe you can show the video that we did. It's
Okay, yeah.
Do this job maybe better.
Okay, so me and Gabriel made a little video here of all the parts. Let's try that. This is a premiere you're going to get now. Let's see here. Share the screen. Okay, let's try this. Okay, let's have another listen to that, yeah? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Gabriel. Thanks, Gabriel Lopes, for making that. Gabriel's got a ton of videos. Gabriel's got a ton of videos on his YouTube channel of different bosses that he's arranged, just like that, with all the notes and everything. So definitely check it out. What's your YouTube channel, Gabriel?
YouTube.com / Samba Beats / I think.
Okay.
I'll put here on the chat for everyone.
Okay. So let's try the tambourine and the chocalho. So just bear with us while we set that one up. Yeah. As I say, over on Facebook Live, if you have any questions, stick them in the comments there, and we'll endeavour to get them asked for you here. Thank you, while we're waiting as well, thank you to all of our guests that we've had over the last couple of weeks. It's been a fantastic series of lives, with lots of top people around. Thank you to everybody who's also donated money as well. It's been well received. There've been lots of thanks for everybody, from all the musicians who've taken part in the lives, you know. So that's great. Let's try the tambourine parts, yeah. I'm going to put up the. You're not going to get the bouncing ball this time with my cursor. You're going to have to try and follow along, but I'll count if I can. Okay. Okay. Hopefully you can all see the tambourine line. Just put my volume. Maybe put this down a little bit here. Okay. Here we go. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me just do that line by line. So I'll take the first line here, which starts with the brecchi. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, I'll just take the next bar. Okay, so you see in bar 2 and 3 is the same as bar 4 and 5. Okay, it's the same thing twice. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Oh, Gabriel.
The next bit. What is this? Mestre Maurão. So for this section here, 1. The first couple of notes here, I don't always hit straight on the tambourine, so I'm not going. I do this kind of stylistic thing that I really love, where you can save a bit of energy by going past before you're going to play like a bit of kahiteru that you have right here. This note here could be played upwards, okay? And again, the last two notes you could play down and up as well. 1, 2. And you just, at 145 BPM, you just conserve that extra little percentage of energy to carry you through to the end of the parade, you know? So, yeah, just that part again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's parts all the way to the end. Okay, so I'll count myself in from the beginning. Hopefully you guys have picked it up and you can play along. Here we go. Big shout out to all my guys from my group Carnival Transatlantico. Miss you all. Hope we get together and play soon. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 5, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1. 1. Hey. Okay. Okay, so that's the chocalio. All right. Let's check if you guys have any. Sorry, that's the tambourine. Looks like a chocalio from here. See if you have any questions about that. Okay. All right. So let's try the chocalio, and then we'll have after the chocalio just have another listen to the bossa, just to remind ourselves how it sounds like. Chocalio. I hope you're all remembering Talita Santos' technique and Tayani Cantaniegi's chocalio technique as you're going through all of this. So let's try the chocalio. There's much less stuff going on with this, yeah. All starting with the breccia again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, really simple. For the parts where you're playing this, when we go down on the third note each time, and then you can pick up backways, you turn it. Okay, so when you come down here, the placinella's are down like this. You need to then come up, turning the chocalio in that direction. Yeah, so turning here. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so let's try that arrangement again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Da, boom, boom. Ba ba back at the bat, boom, boom. Ba ba back at the bat, boom, boom. Digga, boom. All right, and that's your chocalio. Yeah. So let's maybe have another watch at the bosses. See if you can fit that in. Yeah. Let's see where all those parts fit in. Where are you? Here we go. Can you see this? No. There we go. Okay. If you have any questions, definitely stick them in the chat here, and we'll endeavour to ask them for you. Yeah. Hope you're all catching the parts. Gabriel, I'll hand over to you.
Okay, so let's go. Guys, this is a very good example how you can do something complex with if you think in each part, it's simple. Even the tambourine, that is always a little harder than the others, it's simple. But they can do a complex bossa, just putting it together, simple parts. Okay? So let's do the caixa embaixo before, the first here. Okay, guys, for the break, there are some mestres that like to do the first beat as it was the groove, the basic pattern, yeah? Like that. But other masters like to really do the pattern of the break, like Maurão likes it. Okay? So start the break like that. So I'm gonna do one time all the bossa because you already know it and it's not too complicated. If you think that you need, we do part by part. Okay, so let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. JP, can you put the part on the screen? It's going to be really easy for the guys, I think. Valeu, JP. Thanks, my friend. So let's do it again. Tá, beleza.
Go for Gabriel.
So, yeah, okay, so we're gonna do the first 5 bars, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3. Okay, again, just the 5 first bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Sorry guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's do from the bar 6 to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Again, from the bar 6 to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do it a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, last time.
Lindo, lindo.
Thank you, my friend. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay? So let's do the caixa em cima. It's the same thing. Can you put the part, please, JP?
No problem. Yeah, good man. So as I say, guys, stick any questions that you've got. If you've got any ideas who you'd like to see on a third series of these lives, also send us your suggestions. We always get from people suggestions, and suggestions have driven some of the guests that have appeared here. Or if there's a particular subject you'd like to have discussed, or that maybe there's a lot of people who would be interested in a particular subject, let us know. More than happy to try and include that if we can, you know. So let's go with Caixa in cima, and then we'll show the Bateria playing the break.
So just to show you guys where they usually put, it's not the unique only way to do that, but a lot of them put in your forearm here. Okay, so you have a well holded here. Okay, so let's do it's the same part of the caixa embaixo, but with the groove of the caixa em cima. Okay, so let's do 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, guys. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so let's do it a little bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, last one. 1, 2, 1,
145
2, 3.
BPM.
1, 2, 3. Sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay? Guys, if you have any doubt, any question, please interrupt me. Okay? So let's do the repique. For JP, can you put the part on the screen there?
Yeah. So yeah, if you're interested in learning more parts like this, I just had somebody here on Thomas Ejimach in Sweden, just saying he's learned this break with us over in Rio on a course that we run there called the Shkoji Bateria here, which Gabriel also helps me out with doing translating. So if you want to learn stuff like this in Rio with people like with Maurão or any of the other kind of guests that we've had on over the last couple of weeks, you can come out with us there in October November. I spend a couple of weeks each day going to different samba schools, different blocos, studying with different instrument specialists or groups of players in different parts of Rio, checking out rehearsals, going to shows, going to the beach, staying in nice apartments by Copacabana and Ipanema, and taking in everything else that Rio has to offer. Yeah, sounds horrible, but if you have a minute, go and check out jppercussion.com and look for our course in Rio, and maybe come out with us there in October, November next year. I'm sure we'll all be desperate for a holiday by then anyway. So, head peaky, Gabriel, yeah?
Beleza.
There's an exam coming up now, guys, in the next 5 minutes, okay? So we'll be unmuting people and calling out random parts for you to play, okay? Little joke there, don't worry, no pressure. There's no pressure, you just have to get it right, that's all, okay? That's all we're asking.
JP, you tried, man. That's what matters, okay?
Okay, here we go, here's the head peak.
So the head peak starts answering the break. Okay? So let's do it slow first. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Paga de cada cucha. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Paga chada kucha. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, let's do it a little faster now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Paga de cada cucha. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Again, once more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pa, 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 pa. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do it now faster, like
60,
30, something like that. 70. No, 130, something like that.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay?
Thanks, Gabriel. Somebody's asking, Helen is asking here if we can include some timbre in the next one. Hopefully, Helen, yeah, if we could find something with, teach something with some timbre, that would be lovely to be able to include that.
Brilliant, thank you.
Where are you, Helen?
Leamington, Ambassadors of Groove. Yeah.
Okay, yes. So, if you have any questions about the boss or anything, you can unmute and shout there while I just set it up to just watch the video one more time. Okay, so let's have a listen to the bossa one more time with the Bateria doing it. See if you can play along with your part. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. One more time. Yeah, so that's the bossa. Give us a thumbs up if you managed to get it, or a thumbs down if you didn't quite get your parts. How did you guys get on? Villain, okay. She, yeah. Yeah. If you requested, Gabriel, can we send people that little video that we did? You're gonna put that on your YouTube channel, Gabriel.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Samba Beats.
Yeah, I was going to play our video, or the video that Gabriel edited together. I'm just going to play that one more time for you so you can see the parts really clearly. Yeah? Where are we here? This one. Okay, let's just have this video one more time. Alright. Maurão, pode dizer uma coisa aí pra gente?
Cara, o que vocês querem saber?
I'd like to know who wrote the bossa. Quem escreveu a bossa? Dessas bossas estão escritas pela diretoria inteira, ou tem alguém que chega com uma ideia? How does it work? Como funciona isso?
Então, eu trabalho da seguinte forma. Eu chego com um esqueleto, né? A gente fala algum pedaço de uma bossa, alguma ideia, e a galera, né, os diretores, no caso, eles chegam também com algumas ideias, e a gente tenta sempre juntar essas ideias. Eu sempre trabalhei assim, né? Então a gente sempre tenta juntar as ideias, aí no final a gente ou muda alguma coisa, ou tira alguma coisa, mas sempre gostei de trabalhar em conjunto, né? Com os diretores também, dando sempre essa carta branca para a gente poder criar junto. Entendeu?
Então os arranjos lá são sempre coletivos, Maurão?
Sim, a maioria sim. Tá, às vezes eu chegava com alguma ideia, ou às vezes os diretores chegavam com alguma ideia, aí passava para mim e eu botava alguma coisa ou tirava alguma coisa, mas sempre foi no coletivo, porque eu sempre gostei de trabalhar assim, né? Às vezes você tem uma ideia, mas está faltando alguma vírgula nessa ideia, aí o diretor vem com a vírgula certinho que precisava para essa ideia. E isso é super bacana.
Tá. So JP asked how it works when they do a new bossa, a new arrangement, and Maurão said that with him and his team, it's always a collective stuff. So someone come with an idea, and the other starts, oh, let's do that, let's do like that, and they construct the arrangement and the bossa together, he and his team. He has the final word, but the arrangement is made usually for everyone. Thomas, maybe this was not the exactly the same bossa that we did, because we were in Viradouro in November, the beginning of November, and they just did it in February of 2018. He probably changed it a lot from the beginning of November to February. Tá. JP, quer fazer uma pergunta? Tem pergunta aqui, né? Você pode escolher?
So just to let you know, Gabriel's just responding to a point made over here on Zoom by Thomas Ejimach, who's over in Sweden, who learned this breakout in Rio, but some of the things had changed since he was there. So yeah, it just goes back to the point earlier on about things changing from, you know, up sometimes up until the last minute, you know. Willem, come in, Willem, in Brighton.
Hello. Yeah, JP, I remember in Transatlantica we played a very similar version of the same bossa, but it was extended a bit. Was that from this bossa? Do you remember? Do you know which one I'm talking about? I think you're still on mute, JP.
To hear me. Let's ask Maurão what happened to the rest of it, because with this bossa had another 16 bars or so. Gabriel, can you ask Maurão? There was an end bit to this bossa that went ba ba bigga ba ba bigga ba ba bigga ba ba bigga ba. What happened to it?
Outra bossa. This is another bossa.
É outra bossa, isso?
Yeah,
it's another one.
on the book, this bossa.
Na verdade, essa bossa, como em 2018, a escola estava vindo muito grande, né? A escola estava vindo para ganhar um título. Então, conversamos com a diretoria, né? No caso, a diretoria chamou a nossa direção de bateria, né? No caso, e a gente resolveu encurtar a bossa. Então, a gente cortou ela, né? E ficou só esse pedaço que a gente passou aqui agora. E esse ano, né? De 2020, a Imperatriz, né, no caso eu levei para lá junto com o Mestre Lolo e colocamos lá no samba desse ano na Imperatriz, e acabou sendo campeã. Entendeu?
So, okay, so he answered that in this year that he rehearsed the 2017, but the carnival was 2018. The samba school was coming with a lot of people, really big, if you compare to the other samba schools of the Group A. Group A, that's the second division of our contest here in Rio. So the president of the samba school called the guys from the Bateria and asked them to cut this part of the bossa. And the next year, he get this part of the bossa that they cut from Viradouro, from this bossa that we learned today, from the end of this bossa, and he put in the middle of another bossa in Imperatriz. And Imperatriz was champion there too.
So that's cool. Yeah, borrowing one thing from another for a completely different song. There was a question here from Ciro over on Zoom. Gabriel, it's in Portuguese. If you want to translate it to English, please.
I'm searching for it. Sorry. Okay. So the question, I'm going to translate it in English, okay, first. Ciro asked Maurão if the breaks, it always follows the melody of the song or not. How does he think the arrangement? Maurão, eu te perguntando aqui o seguinte, se as paradinhas seguem sempre a melodia do vocal ou não, e como vocês pensam esse arranjo aí?
Sim, sim. A gente sempre pensa, sempre sempre fazer as bossas em cima da melodia, porque sempre tem o vocal, tem as cordas, para a gente não poder chocar, né? Se a gente fizer um pouco as paradinhas fora da melodia, como a gente fala da melodia do samba, pode dar um confronto, né? Então a gente prefere sempre estar fazendo os arranjos junto com a rapaziada que a gente fala aqui, a rapaziada do carro de som, né? Que é violão, cavaco, né? Junto com os cantores, pra gente fazer uma coisa ficar super bacana. Entendeu? E a gente só particularmente eu só trabalho assim. Entendeu?
Tá. So Maurão answered that it's always with the melody. The melody is always the north for the arrangement. For him. Not for everyone. For him. Maurão, estou perguntando aqui, a Imperatriz, que ano que você colocou essa bossa que você cortou da Viradouro? Qual foi o ano que ela entrou na Imperatriz?
Foi agora, 2020. Esse último carnaval.
Ok, beleza.
Já foi?
Foi.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ciro, for that one. We have uma participação muito especial lá no Facebook. Mestre Fred Turuca. Fred.
Opa, manda abraço pro Fred. Manda abraço pro Fred. Federico.
Fred.
Good friend.
So Fred is asking interesting question about how common is it that new bosses keep elements from an old bossa? So you're creating something new for the carnival, but the samba school, how often do they use something from the year before or from other years? And is it long before those type of bosses become part of the language of the bateria? I think that's what you're trying to say there, Fred. Some bosses, for example, Gabriel, some bosses just get thrown away, and some bosses that the bateria always keep. How common is it for a bateria to keep the bosses? I think that's what.
Cara, pelo que eu entendi, ele fez duas perguntas, Maurão. Uma é quanto frequente é as baterias pegarem partes de bossas antigas e incluírem em arranjos novos.
Desculpa. A primeira pergunta é o quê? Desculpa.
Quão frequente velho, se acontece muito ou pouco, de nego pegar partes de bossas antigas e meter no meio de bossa nova? Sacou?
Sim. Entendi.
Isso acontece?
Posso responder essa primeiro?
Responde
acontece,
essa, depois eu faço a outra.
Não, acontece sim. Sempre pega alguma coisa antiga, né? Nem que for um pedacinho, uma partezinha, e dá uma modernizada nela, né? Eu já fiz isso várias vezes, entendeu? Como o mestre Lolo também faz isso muito na Imperatriz. Só que a gente, tipo assim, uma coisa que era aquele pá, pá, você pode usar ele de várias formas, né? De várias maneiras, com outros instrumentos, entendeu? Você está trazendo uma coisa antiga, mas com uma roupagem mais nova. Né?
Entendi. So guys, the first question was how often is that people get old arrangements and use parts of it in new arrangements. So Maurão said that it happens a lot. He does it a lot, and a lot of masters does it too. So sometimes they got old stuff and distribute in a different way on the instrumentation between instruments, but it's really often. I'm gonna ask him the second question now. Maurão, ele queria saber, cara, como funciona, porque assim, algumas bossas que a bateria faz são jogadas fora, nunca mais se toca. E algumas, cara, vão sendo tocadas durante anos. Por exemplo, na Rocinha, aquela bossa do coração, vocês tocaram durante anos. Ela virou meio que da linguagem da escola, né? O que determina isso, cara? Se tem alguma coisa que faz com que isso aconteça ou é totalmente aleatório?
Cara, é muito aleatório, né? Porque hoje em dia, o samba, falando em baterias, as coisas mudaram muito, né? Mudaram muito. Hoje a responsabilidade é muito maior, né? Hoje a galera tá mais audaciosa, né? A galera tá mais audaciosa hoje em dia. Então, meio que a galera é um desafio pessoal de estar sempre renovando. Não que as coisas antigas não sejam boas. As coisas antigas são muito boas, né? Mas hoje, para o carnaval, hoje, muita coisa não funciona mais, entendeu?
Tá. So, Maurão, the second question was, what makes some bosses being thrown away after the carnival, some arrangements being played only on the carnival and never more, and some other bosses still on the language of the bateria for years and years and years. We are giving an example that a bossa that they do in Rocinha called Coração. This was designed as a really, really good bossa, and they played that for years and years and years there. Very beautiful bossa. So Mauro said that it's totally, there's no reason that he can point to say it's that thing that makes a bossa being played for years and years by a bateria. It's totally aleatório. How do you say that in English? It's, it's, como é que fala isso, JP?
I don't know. Happens by osmosis. Happens. Electoral is elected, but
you cannot predict that. It can happen or not. So we have lots of examples like that. And sometimes you have some samba school comes with a new arrangement, really good, that makes a lot of success, people talks about, and other samba schools get it for their language, other baterias. So it is common too.
Could we ask Maurão about the difference between how bosses are composed in Rio and in São Paulo, and why is there a difference, if there is?
Maurão, diferenças das bossas criadas no Rio e São Paulo.
Ah, cara, eu acho assim, tem muita diferença, né, cara? Até de carnaval você tem diferença entre Rio e São Paulo. Apesar que hoje em dia eu já acho que São Paulo, em questão de bateria, né? Vou falar em questão de bateria. Eu acho hoje em dia já São Paulo muito boa em aspecto de bateria. Né? Eu trabalhei em São Paulo também, eu já tive o prazer de trabalhar em São Paulo. Então, tipo assim, quando eu trabalhei em São Paulo, eu achava muito atrás as baterias de São Paulo, muito atrás do Rio de Janeiro. Hoje em dia eu já acho, assim, bem niveladas, e tem até baterias muito boas em São Paulo. E a rapaziada lá de São Paulo está fazendo um trabalho super bacana, né? Como a galera aqui do Rio também faz um trabalho super bacana. Entendeu?
Mas diferença de bossa, Maurão, é a mesma coisa?
Não, bossas é o seguinte, cara, eu acho que em qualquer lugar, isso vai muito pela cabeça do mestre, né? Tem mestre que não gosta de trabalhar com melodia de samba, que a gente acabou de conversar aqui, né? Tem mestre que não consegue, não gosta de trabalhar. Tem gente que já tem uma bossa antes do samba ser escolhido, encaixa ela dentro do samba, às vezes não, entendeu? Você vê que não rolou legal. Mas tem baterias lá que são muito musicais, fazem umas bossas muito maneiras. Eu acho que, tipo assim, em matéria de bateria, em matéria de bossa, São Paulo está começando a crescer muito também.
So Maurão answered that some years ago, maybe 10 years ago, the Baterias from São Paulo was really not, it does not compare, how can I say that? It's not as good as the real Bateria, they were trying to learn, let's say like that. And nowadays they developed a lot and they are getting closer. They do a very professional job there in São Paulo. And about the bossa, he said that it depends on the mestre. You know, there are some mestres that thinks the bossa close to the people from Rio, and there are other mestres that's not. It's up to the mestre more than to the if it's in Rio or São Paulo.
Thank you, Gabriel Maurão. Let me ask just one last one on the same topic. Are the bosses judged in Rio or in São Paulo? And if they're judged,
Maurão,
what difference does it
I
make?
can't. Yeah, they are, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, I know, but yeah,
Yeah, because there are something on the regulamento, on the rules that they call creativity. Really subjective, this is a thing that all the masters complain about. This is a big subject here. All the lives, Bateria lives that you can see, it's people talking about it. Man, this is, it's not objective. So sometimes you put the bossa and they say you're not creative. Sometimes you do the bossa and it's hard. But I'm gonna ask him, see what he says. Maurão, as bossas são julgadas aqui no Rio? Fazem parte do julgamento?
Não, bossa em si não, né? A bossa em si não, mas mais ritmo, né? Mas só que aqui no Rio de Janeiro ela tem muito comparação. Né? Comparação tipo assim, passou a bateria da Portela, eles comparam a bateria da Portela com o Salgueiro, que passa depois, entendeu? Tem muita comparação de uma bateria para outra quando passa ali em frente ao módulo do jogador, entendeu?
Mas as bossas não são julgadas, velho, porque ela tá no regulamento. Se você não fizer, você perde ponto.
Cara, na verdade é o seguinte, o regulamento, um regulamento falho.
Não, isso com certeza.
É um regulamento falho porque é o seguinte, você pode fazer uma linda bossa e o cara chegar lá e o outro cara fazer uma bossa simples, o cara tira a nota de você que você fez uma linda bossa e o cara que fez uma bossa simples, ele deu uma nota 10, entendeu? Então eu acho muito estranho esse julgamento um pouco. Entendeu?
Qual foi o ano, cara, que eles botaram que era obrigatório fazer bossa? 2002, não foi?
Acho que foi isso. 12, né? Acho que é 12.
12?
Que na verdade tem um julgamento, na verdade no regulamento, eles pedem criatividade. Então criatividade é você fazer uma paradinha. Que na verdade eles estão ali para jogar o seu ritmo. Então eles pedem, aí tem uma criatividade. Então criatividade você faz uma paradinha, a bateria para, volta de novo, entendeu? Isso é uma criatividade. Só que eles tiram o erro da sua criatividade, entendeu? Então tem umas coisas meio estranhas, sabe qual é?
So this is polêmica. How do you say that in English? Polêmica. This is the thing that all the lives they talk about, complaining about the judgment in Rio, because the judges doesn't know a lot about the baterias. They are traditional musicians. So at some point in Rio, the bossa start to be an obligation for the baterias, Until this year, I don't know, it's 2002 or 2012, something like that. It's in this century. It was now in the rules. The baterias has to do a break, otherwise they're going to lose some tenths. And Maurão was really complaining about it because sometimes you do a really good big bossa and the guys take off some tenths. Sometimes you do a little bossa, not really creative, and you don't lose some tenths. But in fact, you have to do, nowadays, all the baterias do breaks because you have to, otherwise you're going to lose some tenths on your grade.
Okay, thanks for that. Guys, thank you for all of your questions. Thank you to Mestre Maurão today. If you want to unmute and just say a quick hello, say thank you to Mestre Maurão, to Gabriel.
JP, let me
if you're all
talk
still
about
there.
You are. This is the book of the great Mestre Maurão. You know, the first idea that I have to make a book is because I love the bosses of this guy, and I didn't want it to be forgot, you know. He's really special doing it. He knows how to do it in a different way from the other guys. That's my humble opinion, okay? So JP has some to sell yet in UK. So if you want some, please call him. And thanks for that. Thanks for Mestre Maurão for being with us. Obrigado, Maurão. Thanks for you guys.
Obrigado a todos.
It was great to have you here. This 5 lives, it was really good for me and for everyone. Thank you.
Até ano que vem. Até ano que vem.
Obrigada. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Obrigado.
Obrigado, Gabriel.
Guys, check out Mestre Maurão on Instagram. Check out Gabriel's his website, sambabeats.com.br. He's got a free ebook over there with all the rhythms of the top samba schools and some information about Rio Samba schools and everything. That's for free over on his website. As I say, check out Maurão. He's on Facebook and on Instagram. You easily find him as Mestre Maurão. Thank you from me as well. Thank you to all the guests who joined us over the last 5 weeks. It's been great, really informative, and we've had some really top people on. But feeling really kind of lucky that we're able to get such great people to come along and show their skills off to you guys. I hope you learned something. If you can, please send a donation over. This week the donations are split between the 3 of us, so it's going to be tight. There's going to be a fight. So the money was just resting in my account. Yeah. What else do I want to say to you guys? We're on tour next year, so our Bossas Tour is delayed by almost a whole year. We're going to be doing a weekend in Leamington Spa. We're going to be doing a weekender in Belfast. We're also going to be doing a workshop in Liverpool, and there's going to be some other things going around. If you as a group, if you have a group and you'd like to get us in to come along and do a workshop, we'd be more than happy to do that. And the tour itself is sponsored by Contemporánea Instruments. So thank you very much to Roberto and all the guys over at Contemporánea for their help with the tour. Yeah. Thank you to Contemporánea team. So without further ado, I think that's time to say goodbye. Thank you, everybody. Let's go. Bye, Maurão. Thanks, everybody over on Facebook.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye. Thanks. Bye.